Hey everyone, welcome to Dr. Lundell Reads Ulysses. For sure, your most favorite video series that ever existed. We'll iron out some of the technological kinks, as they say. I got one of these things. It's like a little furry, I don't know what. You can probably put it somewhere. Fun. Now, this is Ulysses. This is my book. This is James Joyce. Introduction by Enda Duffy, who's a professor of James Joyce. I am not, but I do read. I read the pages out loud on the internet. Let's see. I think it's on page 6. We got these kids still. They're not really doing anything. There are all these words, caught in a sea of words here. And some of them, like cuffage. Here, let me read the page before. Across the threadbare cuffage, he saw the sea hailed as a great, sweet mother by the well-fed voice beside him. The ring of bay and skyline held a dull green mass of liquid. A bowl of white china had stood beside her deathbed, holding the green, sluggish bile which she had torn up from her rotting liver by fits of loud, groaning vomiting. Sorry, this whole book is a trigger warning. Um, Buck Mulligan wiped again his razor blade. Ah, poor dog's body, he said in a kind voice. I must give you a shirt and a few nose rags. How are the second-hand breeks? They fit well enough, Stephen answered. Buck Mulligan attacked the hollow beneath his underlip. The mockery of it, he said contentedly. Second leg they should be. God knows what poxy bowsy left them off. I have a lovely pair with a hair stripe, gray. You look spiffing in them. I'm not joking, Kinch. You look damn well when you're dressed. Thanks, Stephen said. I can't wear them if they're gray. He can't wear them, Buck Mulligan told his face in the mirror. Here, let me push this up. This is 4K, by the way, today. He can't wear them, Buck Mulligan told his face in the mirror. Etiquette is etiquette. He kills his mother, but he can't wear gray trousers. He folded his razor neatly and with stroking palps of fingers felt the smooth skin. Stephen turned his gaze from the sea into the plump face with its smoke-blue mobile eyes. That fellow I was with in the ship last night, said Buck Mulligan. Says you have GPI. He's up in Dotyville with Connolly Norman. Genera paralysis of the insane. He swept the mirror a half circle in the air to flash the tidings abroad in sunlight now radiant on the sea. His curling shaven lips laughed, and the edges of his white glittering teeth. Laughter seized all his strong, well-knit trunk. Look at yourself, he said, you dreadful bard. Stephen bent forward and peered at the mirror held out to him, cleft by a crooked crack, hair on end, as he and others see me. Who chose this face for me? The dog's body to rid of vermin. It asks me too. I pinched it out of the skivvy's room, Buck Mulligan said. It does her all right. The aunt always keeps plain-looking servants for Malachi. Lead him not into temptation, and her name is Ursula. Laughing again, he brought the mirror away from Stephen's peering eyes. The rage of Caliban at not seeing his face in the mirror, he said. If Wilde were only alive to see you. This sounds like my roommates from Berkeley. Messing around with and popping in some crap that they don't really understand, like Caliban and Oscar Wilde. Um, yeah, so they're still talking. There's a lot of really beautiful language. I liked reading that out loud. I guess this book is a multi sensory situation. Reading it out loud is certainly different from looking at the symbols with your eyes silently by yourself. Um, there's a visual component too to the book that we'll see later. There's like pictures and shit. I really like this first intro. It's about Steven like thinking about his mom and her dying in bed. It's pretty gross, very um, natural, shall we say. As Buck Mulligan shaves his face of unwanted hairs that are growing. They talk about Buck Mulligan is wants to give Steven some of his old pants because he feels really bad for Steven because Steven's poor and Buck Mulligan is a rich. And the riches don't really understand the poors, so they feel like guilty. They want to give him pants. But Steven's like, fuck that shit. I'm not wearing gray pants. And Buck Mulligan gets kind of offended. He's like, oh, he talks some crazy shit to Steven. He says, oh, he killed his mom, but he can't wear my gray pants. Like refusing my charity, refusing my privileged gift to him. Um, shit, I don't know if I want to mark this page. I'm gonna mark it, and you guys can like, this can be up for auction later. Let's see. I like these words here. Palps. I really want to know what a cuffage is. Maybe I'll look that up. Threadbare cuffage. Pen is not really working. A good pen is hard to find, my people. Um, Dog's body. There's all kind. This book apparently has like the most words in English or something besides a dictionary. Poxy Bowsy. I want to look up what kinch means too. You can tell I'm really well read in my Joyce. And I'm sure like God, this is gonna drive fucking Joyce professors crazy. This whole video, if they look at it, they're gonna comment below and be like, I can't believe you don't know what dog's body means. Everyone knows what dog's body means. We learned it in Latin class in 3rd grade. Etiquette is etiquette. I like, this is kind of sinister here. Curling shaven lips. I don't really know why I'm underlining this. I guess so you can see it live. And then when you come to the museum and you see this book, you can be like, oh my God, this is the one on page 6 where he fucking does that with his pen. I'm kind of being serious too. You'll get it. You'll get it one day. It's all about AI and shit. Okay, I gotta go. I'm hosting an event. It's really stressful, but I'm glad I did this because I'm less stressed. Poxy Bowsy to you. See you on page 7.